Last time on Lawful Stupid, a menagerie.
Are you okay?
Just not feeling quite myself. Probably just need some sleep or a drink or two.
To the proprietor.
Yes, welcome back. The lives of countless men and women are at stake.
If we're taking stock here, my vote is to go to the Boo Lost Isles.
So you walk into this music store.
Good day, sir. I'm here to pick up a few instruments.
Shut your mouth, Sky Song.
Jasper.
You are much too dangerous to let continue to speak. Roll for initiative.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Why would you turn your back on us?
This life is not for me. It's for you. Tell them you killed me. Tell them I'm gone. You'll never hear from me again. But leave these people and leave us alone.
After as long as we've known each other, everything we've been through together, the last thing I would do on this earth is trust a poisoned word that comes from your lips. I'll report back to the foe that you're a traitor. Good luck, Skysong. I hope you know that from this moment forward, you can never trust another person you lay eyes on, because any one of them could be foe.
Welcome, one and all. Today, we will be playing a very special game of Lawful Stupid. This is going to be set a little bit before our normal story, and we find ourselves on the menagerie. There has been a widespread call to action, a call for talent, for the most illustrious and well-to-do chefs across the Sapphire Sea to step up and try to earn the position of head chef at the Misplaced Meridian Menagerie. And so we have one insipid team, one underdog team that we're going to be rooting for, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting, as always, with Devin. Please introduce your new character.
Hello, everyone. I will be Carson. I will be playing a Warforged bard. The wars that he was created for had pretty much already come to an end, and so he was repurposed to be a butler for a well-to-do elf family, and so that's what his programming was built for. He was also programmed that once that owner died, that he would be free of being a butler anymore. But
fortunately, they were an elf, so it took 1,000 years.
1,000. It was a long. He's Warforged. You got to have the word war in the backstory at least 10 times. And so they forgot to take out the cooking module. So he still loves to do that, and so he feels called to help, raise up whoever this great chef will be on the menagerie.
Beautiful. Dwayne.
I will be playing Tokul Briarthorn, which is a hobgoblin barbarian who basically his whole job in his chef situation is to gather ingredients. So he uses a shovel as his weapon, and he goes and digs up truffles and carrots and whatever other dirty ingredients they need. And he's always covered in a little bit of dirt.
I saw everyone reach for pens, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to take notes too. Devin, what's your character's name again?
His name is Carson.
Carson.
It's an ode to
every day.
What's that fancy British show on Netflix?
The Great British Bake Off?
The Great British
Close. I should have taken it from that. But
the British cupcake one?
No, it's a drama. It's
are you talking Downton Abbey?
That's it. That's Carson.
That's a reference to which one was that again?
That's a reference to a show I like a lot, but
I walked by and my wife was watching it, and then I found myself watching it in its entirety.
Oh yeah,
it's very good.
Is that what happened to The Bachelor, or did you start that?
Well,
different show, man. Let's not talk about it, right?
The comportment there, on your face, you're like, I can't believe you called me out on that right now.
Guys, I think my house is on fire. I started it. I gotta go.
My self-arson I have to deal with. Star, your character, please.
Today I'll be playing Falafel Merriford, the Lightfoot halfling, who was once a thief in her very young age and got caught, and instead of being, put to death or punished, having the hands cut off, something like that, they just put her to work in the kitchen because she's very, very, very good with knives. I'm very happy to be here.
Perfect. And of course, our regular cast member, Patrick Rothfuss, who will you be playing today?
Oh, hold on. I need to take that note again. Can you give me your name again, Savannah?
Yep, that was it.
Falafel.
Yep.
Okay, I wrote that down now.
Falafel.
Fallafel.
Hold on, falafel?
It's like falafel.
Okay, no, great. I'm just glad I caught that now instead of halfway through the episode.
It's also, I think, a playable race in Final Fantasy XIV.
Possibly. I know I've seen it before, and I'm like, oh man, that's a great name for a character. And then I found out it was a food. And I'm like, if I ever use that seriously, I will never hear the end of it.
No, I will say this is going to be my first of many anecdotal digressions. Hi, my name's Patrick Rothfuss. In Name of the Wind, the nickname Bast has for Kvothe was initially Kashi, which is like that hippie fiber-rich cereal. It's like
Gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, and so it's like, well, how about Reshi? And now everyone's, what does it mean? I'm like, it's mostly not a health food.
That
Not granola is what it means.
Also, I would like to say that Falafel is probably a lesser known Tolkien high elf character from back in the Gondolin Wars. Also that.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Is this secretly an episode of Falafel Stupid that nobody's told me?
Oh boy.
I mean, either falafel stupid or waffle stupid. I'm down for both.
Okay.
So my name's Pat Rothfuss. I am I don't know if I'm the special guest, but I'm certainly a guest. And I will be playing Flash, who is a human monk, who now I picked human, though in the sort of world description you sent me. I'm sorry, I'm not up on your particular world. It was sort of like a world where humanity ... We do still have like vanilla human, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So cool. Yeah. Human monk. He is a little boy who wants to be the best cook ever.
I see. Okay. Does he have a surname, and is it in the pan?
It's Flash Cookum.
Flash Cookum? Oh, no.
yes.
I was going to save that, but you did ask.
I was gonna wait. I was waiting for Gordon, but that works too.
Flash Cookum.
Gordon too.
Although I fucked up the pronunciation, I even spelled it the right way so I would look at it and say it. I wanted it to be Cookum, so it would be a little bit different enough that maybe some people wouldn't hear it immediately. But no, I fucked that up.
That's
no.
Too late.
Also, how are we for all the cusses? Because
you're explicit.
Yeah, we
That's
cuss.
great.
Yeah, explicit, 100%.
Wow, that's
I'm the
backwards.
worst
Normally we're
here.
the ones asking, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you so cool if I say fuck?
Can we cuss on this fucking podcast? Can we do that? Oh, we can't?
fuck, can I
I'm
just
out.
cuss?
My best. I shouldn't have been here. I came in the
how
wrong
many
Darn it all.
motherfuckers am I allowed? Is just I need to tick them off
Unlimited.
on my
Well,
character.
Unlimited.
I'll tell you what. Normally it's unlimited, but I feel like we're going to play hard mode 6. You're allowed 6 motherfucks.
I'll put that.
And you can
right,
have mine. I don't care, so you can have all of mine.
I'll put that right next to my key points right here.
Yeah. HP, key points, motherfucks. Very good. You are all sous chefs. You are accompanying and assisting your head chef, your master chef, who is called Figieri.
Okay, I'm glad I picked my name right for this.
You did perfect. I don't. I don't know how to tell you this, but the big bad guy of the session is Rorden Gamzee. So you're right where you're supposed to be.
Great.
And he hails from obviously Flavortown,
Yeah.
and he is here with you. You are welcomed to the Menagerie, which is this great floating city. It is this carnival of sorts made of just ramshackled boats and platforms, and there appears to be the parapet of a castle sticking out of it, and it is just this vast monstrosity that somehow is able to stay floating upon the waves. and you are led into the main square where there is an announcement from the proprietor of the menagerie, a large, barrel-chested, fire ganassi man with a great curled, flaming mustache, dressed somewhere between a circus ringleader and a great pirate captain. And he addresses you and says, "Welcome, one and all, to the menagerie. I'm so glad to have you here. We are in desperate need of good food, and so I have a bit of a challenge for you all. There will be a great contest."
I came here looking for a challenge.
At what point do you turn your baseball cap backwards? Is my question.
You just let me know. I'll
Throw
do
an
it for
onion.
you.
Yes, I'm glad we have enthusiasm. You will be making a dish simple, yet complicated. I would like you all to make for me an omelet. And the person who makes the finest omelet, the team that comes together with the finest ingredients, fresh and never frozen, will be bestowed the greatest honor of being the official chef team of the menagerie. And your time starts now. He clicks a stopwatch.
Oh gosh,
He just stares at
how
it.
long do we have?
No one knows.
No one
It's a mystery.
Where to begin? Little child, I was not aware that you might be a food fanato.
Food fanato, that's a word.
In it is indeed. It means someone who's really good.
I
You might
think
say
you mean
aficionado, but I
aficionado.
say fanato.
Now, refresh me here, like in terms of description, are all Warforged, because I've played with a couple, are they kind of cut from the same cloth, or do they look different? How does yours specifically look?
Mine looked, I think, just exactly kind of what even the book shows. You know, wire still showing in some places, smoother face with Zenyatta from Overwatch-esque is what I would say.
Please tell me he's still wearing the butler like suits.
He wears nice suits.
I was gonna
Rolled up sleeves
specifically
with
ask
a
for that
vest.
too.
Is,
Yeah.
is he wearing like actual clothes, or is it like a custom paint job?
Oh, I
Oh,
love
that's
that.
interesting.
No, he's wearing clothes.
He's wearing
He's
clothes.
not a
They
monster.
dressed up.
Yeah,
the
he's not gonna walk
robot.
around naked.
Dress up the robot.
Check me out in my latest centerfold edition.
It's like Robin Williams and Bicentennial Man.
Yes, I love it.
But less funny. Oh, rest in peace. Yeah.
What do we do? What do we do?
And now, I'm not going to be able to do that character voice through the whole thing. Let me see here.
You've committed, Pat.
First, I'm going to have to move the mic back. I think first we have to decide what sort of egg to use.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Eggs are very
So
important.
many choices.
Do you use
Everyone name
ostrich
one egg. Everyone name one animal that lays eggs.
Ostrich.
You got
Here we go again. Where did you come from?
So I have. Hey there, I'm Figieri, your head chef, and I have prepared for you a list of eggs that are flavorific. You can pick your own, or you can go off my list. I have Red Dragon, Basilisk, Behir, Hydra, and Dragon Turtle. Cowabunga, dudes!
I think we should use the red dragons.
Ooh, yeah, that'll have some spice to it.
It's important to remember that whatever theme you go for with your egg, you're going to want to back it up with your 2 additional ingredients, which are cheese/butter made from the milk of a particular creature, and a special secret seasoning.
I've really got to like take a running start at this every time I do this voice.
You gotta really fucking dig deep.
I think, I've heard really great things about owlbear butter. It takes a lot of work to milk them, but the flavor is really fantastic.
I get vegetables, not milk things. Could you milk an owlbear?
I've got
You
nipples.
can milk anything with the nipples.
I think you have to find one first. Do they?
My dad always said you could milk anything if you tried hard enough.
Wait a second. I'm looking at the deep lore here, and it says that Flash Cookham never knew his father. It says that Flash Cookham's father
My
is a
mom
Mr.
always said
Mime.
that my dad said.
That's actually
He
correct.
didn't
Yeah.
have a dad, but his mom does have a companion named Mr. Mime.
Yes, he works here at the menagerie. He's in a glass box. He's actually a psionic. He makes real invisible walls. It's like a whole thing. It's at this point I question whether or not Patrick Rothfuss is staring at my notes because here's my list of delicious milks that you can use for your cheese and butter: Gorgon, Griffin, Hippogriff, Manticore, and Owlbear.
I don't know that any of those have live young. Except for the...
They all definitely do. I checked.
Okay. Okay.
I have a manual full of monsters, and I looked in it.
They're all
Do
mammals.
owlbears lay eggs and milk things?
They're like platypus. Sigh.
And
They do
while
both.
Yes, they're multi-talented. There's nothing an owlbear can't do that puts its mind to it in Flavor Town.
Now it occurs to me that we could also use owlbear eggs, somehow making this a terrible, like non-kosher.
We can make an affront against God.
Our theme is just what can you use from an owlbear?
Everything is owlbear.
We can salt it with the tears of the mother.
You know, I just heard the
That's the
recipe
special sauce.
right there. Tears of the mother. Please tell me that's an alchemical potion that we can track down for
It is
this.
now.
It is now.
Well, so my special flavors and herbs that I have prepared for you, but feel free to go off book, are fire giant peppers, essence of smoke method, and rakasha spices, and must-try mushrooms. They're fun, guy.
Rakshasa spices?
Rakshasa spices. They keep them in their pipes.
Ah.
They have an earthy tone and natural flavor, pleasing to all palates. But you do have to fuck with a demon to get them. That's kind of a bummer.
That's kind of a bummer.
I stand by the dragon's egg, the owlbear's butter, and I would vote for the mushrooms. It's a good mix. Sounds spicy and creamy. Is owlbear butter creamy, or is it like a harder butter?
Depends on how you make it.
Okay.
You gotta earn that churn.
That's that's why I leave that to Flash to milk the owlbear.
He's
Yes, he's a strapping lad. He probably can whip up some of that butter in no time.
You could probably walk directly underneath the owlbear, reach up.
A robot who could easily do it with no muscles. Small child, milk this.
You seem like you're good at it.
Oh, because I'm a robot, I can do things without
That's
exerting
the
energy?
robot
This
talking
is
to the
now
child.
what you... Yes, well, where I come from, children, well,
Don't count.
they're expendable in this time, I think. But not you. You are not an expendable child. That's not what I meant at all. Was not programmed to talk to people. Thank you.
That's why you have a
Where I
little
come from, the Ford factory in Michigan. Fantasy Michigan, where all your dreams die.
But you're a model without windshield wipers. Unfortunate.
Oh, no, I have windshield wipers, but they were installed incorrectly. You'll never know.
Okay.
They're in the last place you'd expect.
Okay.
So, where can we find a red dragon on a tight time frame?
Knowing things about the proprietor, I have a terrible idea, but
You don't know that.
I as
Mannequin.
Star know that. But it's also a terrible idea.
It was my assumption, based on the list given, that they would be freely available.
Well, the thing is, these are just things that I'm great at cooking with. But I'll tell you what, I happen to have a little bit of magic up my sleeve. Flavor magic. And I can magically teleport you to different places across the Sapphire Sea.
Actually, Flash has history, and if there's a red dragon, it would have to be old to have a big enough egg to make this worth our time. And so, can I make a history check to see, like, what is the, like, most famous female, presumably, red dragon that might be nesting right now?
I would love you to make that roll, Patrick Rothfuss.
And now, you saw me looking around before, and that's because...
well, I tell you what, if you're in D&D Beyond, it does have a built-in dice rolling app now, Pat.
I mean, I appreciate them and their crime against God, but...
You're right.
But, like, I'm a real gamer, and I roll goddamn dice.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's not judgy of anyone else's personal beliefs, but... Although, if I were a real gamer, I'd have them somewhere where I could lay hands on them immediately. What the fuck are my dice? Oh, there they are. Give me 1 sec.
Yep. This is an excellent time to remind everybody out there that you can use the coupon code LawfulStupid to get a discount, a first free bag of dice from the endless bag of dice at criticaldice.com. If Patrick Rothfuss had an endless bag of dice, we wouldn't be waiting on him right now.
Patrick Rothfuss left the call. What's that?
Weird.
Don't worry, Pat. We didn't talk shit while you were gone.
Okay, here we go. Get that good dice audio.
Yeah. Several dice.
That's actually how it fully work, and not real dice.
All right. Flash is on point. He has a 17 plus 3. Flash is not the brightest boy. One does not leave his childhood home at the age of, what, I'm guessing, I'd like to say 8. Maybe 8.5, 8 3/4. But that's a dirty 20 is what I got.
A dirty 20. Okay, that will tell you that there is a very old red dragon. It is far to the south of the Sapphire Sea on an island called Vino Vert. Its name is Quasar, and it is terrible and horrifying to behold.
Normally, I would never want to separate a child from its mother, but given that red dragons are notoriously evil, I feel like it would only be just to go after this one. And then I hold up a crayon drawing of it, along with a little map that I've drawn, like with the dotted line and the X on the place where it would be.
As long as it tastes good.
That's what she said. Sorry, programming takes over, and that was a joke.
What? Who programmed you to make
A dirty elf man.
A dirty elf. He had a weird
I love
answer.
the thought. I love the thought that your previous owner, in addition to leaving all your cooking software intact, it's like he did make very specific requests that got like hard coded into your software.
Anytime someone says this, that's what she said.
He's very excited to be able to wear butler clothes because during his entire 1,000-year tenure, he was dressed as a French maid.
I dug up my owner and stole his clothes.
Loyal to the end. Yeah, I could probably get you ported on over to Vino Vert, like, ASAP.
Yeah,
Make it so.
let's go.
All right, I just got to say the magic words.
I'm gonna hate this, aren't I?
Yes.
Hold on, getting something? Bacon bit?
No, that's dumb.
Oh.
Diners, drive-ins, dives! And claps his hands, and you are magically whisked away and find yourself on the islandscape of Bino Vert, which is very tropical. You have, quite a bit of foliage and trees and a kind of jungle atmosphere. And then you see in the distance a smoldering volcano. No idea what could be in there.
Having weird PTSD flashbacks to a different life.
Does anyone smell grease after being teleported? Like, smell like dirty sausage? Or is that just me?
Yeah.
I think I may. Let me check. Yes, that was me leaking a little bit. I'll fix that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I suppose I'll lead towards the volcano. And I head towards the volcano.
Perfect. It doesn't take you very long. It's a 20-minute walk. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, I wouldn't begrudge you that. I wouldn't deny you that, but I can just maybe bop us over there as well.
I will need a little bit of help here because I have made Flash, believe it or not, fresh for this particular event.
I can't believe you have that one in your pocket.
Weird. It sounded like you did a lot of work on it, actually.
He's got an elaborate 18-page backstory. But I'm also, first off, I would like to make it clear he does have fox ears. It's not like he's not a Kitsune or anything. He's literally wearing a pair of like those head things that has little fox ears on.
Okay.
He has a little fox plush toy that he carries with him. All of this stuff I have established. But I think he has also maybe a bandolier of like kitchen utensils, like cooking spoon.
Spatula.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I need to know, like, because I know traditionally a monk, and again, I have not played a monk since maybe first edition. I know I can get my unarmed strike bonus for martial arts weapons. But I know like things like Tonfa, which was originally a grain harvesting tool. So like I need help. What cooking tool, assuming it's okay with the GM, could I potentially use here? That also would be appropriate as a martial arts weapon. Like, the wooden spoon is kind of a mom martial arts cooking weapon. I cannot think of a good one for Flash.
I think that Flash is trained in the ancient arts of cook food. And I think that in his hands, just about any utensil is considered a martial weapon. So I think it's really up to you. If you wanted to have perhaps two spatulas connected by a chain, and you had your flip chucks, I wouldn't be upset by that. But I think the sky's the limit here, Patrick Roth.
Okay. Okay. We'll. Yeah. What was that?
The idea of using tongs as a weapon and just like grabbing people's nose.
Got your nose.
I got your nose.
It's like super fast, just like poking him all.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm liking this. Let's do it live. This will arise naturally through the course of play, I think. So yeah, as we're walking, Flash is of course telling everyone about his backstory. He's like, well, really, I studied under the greatest cook in my village, but there were only 18 of us there. And I soon learned everything that he could teach me. And I realized the only other choice that I had was to go out into the world and challenge all of the best cooks so that I could become the best.
How many best cooks are there?
Well, there's only one best cook, and eventually it will be me.
That's very admirable.
What would you say Flash's signature dish is?
Oh boy!
Because I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion that perhaps he specializes in poke bowls, and perhaps he wishes to be a poke master.
Oh no! Oh no! Wow, that actually made me sweat a little.
That's what I'm here for.
Wow. Yeah, I'm literally speechless after that. I'm sorry, I just thought of something that's making me very sad and I can't talk right now. Allow me to have an extended internal flashback.
All right, so the camera's going to drift up over the canopy and into the sun, and then back down, and you see young Flash in his village, as we will experience this flashback through live roleplay.
Actually, here it is. It's a montage of his cooking master, who, like, and you would expect it to be very anime, where it's like he's all enthusiastic, and instead, it's all like sepias, and it's kind of noir, and the music is all wrong, and it's gritty, and the chef, it's like a grimy place, and he's an old man who's a drunk, who's constantly shouting at him and drinking and throwing bottles, and Ash has to learn to dodge them.
I believe you mean Flash.
His name's Flash.
Flash. Yes.
He's in the witness protection and forgets his name sometimes.
Yep.
We're treading some lines here.
Let's not get sued into the ground.
No,
but
it's actually our long-standing goal on this podcast to do as much copyright infringement as possible, so that we can be sued, and the lawyers have to listen to the episodes. And that's just a download spike, baby. And then we start putting ads in there for LegalZoom, and we are in.
So yeah, you see, and he's throwing these bottles of like terrible rot gut bourbon at Flash, and Flash has to learn to dodge them. And that's how he developed all of this martial arts prowess. But like it's dark. Like there is, it's dark and it's bad, and you see like he's got a cut on his forehead and he's going to sleep in the corner, and the only heat is from like the hot pad or the little what are the electrical things you plug in, like a little hot plate that you cook on. Yeah. He was like cuddled up next to a hot plate. It was the only source of heat that he had. His blanket is like a takeout menu, that's unfolded. That he reads it a little bit before he goes to sleep.
That's how he learned to read.
And like all the music, it's like Cowboy Bebop level tragic flashback with the music involved, like the sad fucking piano, and then it cuts back to the brightly colored world that Flash is in right now. And then he looks around, and like he's got the 1,000-yard stare, and then he comes back, and he's like, and he's immediately like, let's go find our ingredients.
Let's go, guys.
A flashback that makes you feel like you need to call somebody. That's what I would call it. Like, wow, okay. Hey, Pat, do you ever need to talk? I'm around. Anybody else want to share?
How do you follow?
I think that's an uppers mostly.
My favorite dish is, and my master was a very simple one, though I can cook things that are extraordinary. Macaroni and cheese with tiny hot dogs cut up in them.
Wow.
You cook dogs?
Only hot ones.
Why not the cold ones?
The cold ones leave you a bit wanting following the meal.
That would cause the cheese to congeal.
And that is gross.
That is super gross. If I get stuck in this accent, there will be legal action.
I do love the idea
Once
of
again.
going from this to like an important business call. Hey guys, it's me. Yeah, we're not interested.
Very good. Okay, so you guys have arrived at the base of this volcano, and it's kind of up to you how you want to proceed. You don't see any sort of visible opening.
I do want to warn you that volcanoes are very, very hot. And if we stay in them too long, we will be exhausted very quickly. I know from my extensive digging of volcano truffles. So be advised.
I'll do a quick scan of the area to determine if there are some alternate entrances we may be able to pursue.
Yeah, roll survival and take advantage because of your onboard scanning modules.
Gosh, the story that I've built up in my head for now, Flash and Carson, the idea that Carson has just had these weird fucking modules left in. All right, cool, we're going to take out the, like, cutting. But you know what he really needs? The ability to scan for hidden entrances for fucking dungeons. Weird.
A little satellite dish comes out of his head.
Well, what did you say for modifier? Which check?
It's survival.
Survival. Okay, that is plus 2, gets me to a 17.
Ooh.
17, yeah. What you find through your scan is that on the eastern side of this volcano, there's a bit of an opening, a crevasse, if you will, that you might be able to make your way down into the volcano using that.
Okay, I've made my checks. It appears that on the eastern side points, that way.
Directly.
There is an opening, a crevasse, if you will, that we can enter from there.
Have you ever gone, like, on a walk with a little kid, or like a dog? And like my grandpa always used to say, I went on a walk with my dog. I walked 1 mile. He walked 10.
Yes.
That's what it's like. As soon as you get to the mountain, Ash is
Flash.
Now, Flash, right?
His friends call him Ash, but that's fine.
Friends, yeah. Well, I mean,
My friends.
He scampers like a squirrel. Now, some of you out there might know, like, the old stories of, like, the Taoist alchemists. If you ever see, like, the art, or there's the tradition of the monks who are, like, all swathed in chains, and, like, in the middle of the elements, they're, like, still moving at incredible speeds up the side of a mountain. This is the tradition that the monk, as a D&D class draws from, is a lot of that old mythology. But so, Flash does actually have this really great movement speed, but he is also a little boy who is running around like a squirrel, all up back and forth along this rough mountainside, like a squirrel.
I'm tired just looking at it.
Well, let's go see if that crevasse is safe.
Thank you for
Flash,
continuing to say
Flash, are you going to join us or run around all day?
I'm gonna loop around from the side here, to check out the crevasse, from the topmost point. We can perhaps gain a flanking bonus. I've read about them.
Well, please do be careful. Don't fall off into the crevasse. That would be dangerous for us all.
And there he goes.
So
My parenting is kicking back in as well. I'm not your father. I'm not your father.
Nanny mode, activate.
Module.
You're not my dad. I never knew him.
He's a mime.
You're right, Flash. Carry on. Just be careful. You're not my dad.
So if you imagine this subterranean opening that's going to be leading downwards into this volcano, is Flash? Is he crawling on the ceiling at this point? Is he?
He sort of like,
'cause I'm into it.
went up and around, because frankly his movement speed is, I just looked at it, it's nuts. So as everyone was moving towards, he probably went up around to the other side and chose the most precipitous, like, little crag that he could look down the crevasse.
Okay.
Like you gotta do when you're a kid, look over the edge of that thing.
Got it.
How far down does it look?
Well, you run into an issue as a young human boy without dark vision, that there comes a point about 15-20 feet down where you're unable to see any past the darkness.
Then Ash brings out some cooking matches, like some of those good old-fashioned strike anywheres.
First strike.
And and like lights one and drops it down, and waits to see like how far down it goes, like how far the light goes before it maybe winks out.
You actually can see the light fall. It falls down 30 feet, and then it comes to rest for a moment, and you can briefly see the illuminated edges from this match, where it looks like the downward descent sorts of levels out and becomes a parallel path.
And then if I can see a little bit of light there, then I pull out the flask of cooking sherry, and I put some of that down there, so hopefully it'll hit the match and sort of make a little bit of light.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've gotten it's this sort of cooking sherry oil lantern that you've naturally created in a pool at the bottom of this crevice.
And then he immediately perks up and he's like, "Everyone, it's not that deep at all." And then he falls in. He perks up and he looks at everyone. He's like, "Don't worry, it's only about 30 feet deep." And then like slips and falls directly into the hole.
Now, I think as a level 10 monk, you have some spice against falling damage. Yes.
Oh, do I?
I hope so. Otherwise,
Otherwise,
doing the math. It's gonna hurt.
I do. I have slow fall, but they don't know that.
Fair enough.
Oh.
So you come to gently rest. I think you have to do like almost like a little backwards run against the edge of the crevasse to slow yourself down as you come to a gentle rest at the bottom with your light. But to everyone else, this young boy has snuffed it.
How do we tell Fi that we lost a member of the team?
This is why he should have more than one. This is why there's 4 of us. When 3 come back, he won't be surprised. It's what we do. We have big litters, and if multiple die, but the rest are there, it's a fine day.
Do people put human meat in omelets?
Well, if we find that, we'll talk about it. Well, it could be. Who knows? If we're going to eat dragons and owlbears, I don't know that humans are far off.
Where's the line, really?
Where's the line? I'm gonna approach the edge and look over. I have dark vision. Do I see down 30 feet?
You do, yes. And there's also a light there, and you see Flash, presumably smiling and waving back up at you.
Good news. He's okay. Though we're back on with the original recipe.
To be fair, I think I would be super tender.
I'm sorry that you heard that.
Delicious.
Did you heard that then? I think
Little
he might
pitchers
be
have
into
big
it.
ears.
All right, is there any like actual down ways of going down, like a slope or like a worn?
You could certainly because it's not exactly like a straight down pit. There are the kind of sloped walls. You could make an acrobatics or an athletics check in order to try to get down.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. Carson, do me a favor, if you don't mind.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Hold this rope and stand still.
Excellent. I'll tie it around my waist.
Perfect. I'm gonna then slowly descend using him as anchor.
Yeah, too easy.
I'm gonna follow suit. That best plan so far.
All right,
Carson?
Carson, come on down.
I'll do the jump down where I land kneeled with fist to the
You're
ground.
gonna do the
superhero
superhero
jump.
I kind of love the idea of him just walking off and dropping. That's very normal.
I run in the air for just a moment and then fall.
You Wile E. Coyote it. Okay. So a couple things are gonna happen.
How much does Carson weigh? Because I could feasibly just cast
A bunch.
Tensor's
Just about
floating
300 to 400 pounds.
disc. Okay. I could cast Tensor's floating disc to have him be able to walk out and then just drop it off my to make the joke work.
I don't think that makes. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
So a couple things are gonna happen. The first thing is, Carson, you're gonna take a little bit of damage. The second thing that's gonna happen is everyone else at the bottom of this crevasse Needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, let me just do that.
Falafel, I forget what's your race again?
I'm a halfling. Lightfoot halfling.
Don't like that one. How about that one? That's better. 17 for
17.
What's my name?
No one knows.
Oh,
What
Tokul.
is
It's
your
on the top of my character sheet. Tokul.
Tokul for school.
I got a 16.
16. Okay.
And saving throw. Is just straight up dex saving throw? I still
a dexterity saving throw. You should have a specific modifier for dex saves.
Oh, yeah, 17. Even
17.
though I got a bad roll.
Yeah, very good. So you all are successful in your saving throw. So as Carson does this amazing superhero jump and lands with this just a shockwave, his fist down, you all are able to kind of scurry out of the way and avoid taking any damage. Carson, you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't know my own strength sometimes. Perhaps next time I'll find a smarter way to get down.
That was excellent!
You pump me up,
I didn't
child.
hear that.
And then I do like the cooking sherry is for something else, but I like the thought of him having a little lantern, and as he lights it, he's like, I find that a toasted sesame oil actually works really well when adventuring, because it provides a clean, smokeless flame, and also has a pleasing aroma.
That's a good point. No one's going to smell that and think someone's invading. They're going to think, "Ooh, who's bringing delicious treats?"
I find this very delightful, and I apologize in advance, but that would mean that sesame oil has a low flash point.
Oh my god.
No, hey, I respect that shit. Like, as somebody who's deep into the science, I think actually sesame oil, it's certainly higher than butter. Could it burn with a wick? Now I'm gonna do some science when we're done here.
Sure. This is like a whole new thing for me.
Yep.
What was I supposed to do? I don't know. I'm burning sesame oil right now. That's for sure.
I don't know what it means, but I've spent $85 on sesame oil. Very good. So you see a path that extends before you. It seems to go on for quite some way, mostly dark, but you do see some light at the end of this tunnel. Some a very faint glow.
I pull out my shovel and head that direction.
Maybe someone should check it out first. Someone small.
I'm on the way.
Not
I'm
you.
the sneakiest.
Full on the way.
Not you.
Marching.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
So what's that marching order look like?
Just singing an adventuring song.
I've got Tokul in front.
Mm-hmm. Yup. You're not first, you're last.
Flash, did you run it after him?
I mean, yeah, he thinks he's.
To be
I mean,
fair,
I
he
am the
pass me.
stealthiest.
He would pass me real quick at that movement speed.
He's so fast.
Runs in between his
Shovel
legs.
between my legs.
Yeah.
And then we have.
Probably me.
Yep. Okay. We got Falafel.
And then I guess I'll go last.
I was
delicious.
setting up to
Although-
go forward and like scout, and then just like, nope. All right, you guys gotta
I
go.
know. See, actually, I'm torn between the comedy of this boy, of course, thinking he's the best at everything, and actually letting our rogue do their job.
Nah, it's okay. I play rogues all the time, so
Barbarian's doing his job. Take the hit.
I want to see this happen.
The classic face check. I respect.
Yeah.
Yes. Bushes? Stealth? Nope. I've got
Okay,
rage.
bye.
Okay, you have a nope in stealth. Look at your character sheet. It says nope.
That's weird. Weird. It just says don't.
It's just as dumb. Avoid at all costs.
So yeah, I think rather than do half measures, Flash will absolutely tear ass straight down the tunnel, far in advance of the barbarian with his little sesame oil lantern held up, because he is the best at stealth.
I also love that your movement speed really matches this level of activity of him just running. Because he's just gone.
Trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. I'm going to say, please make for me a wisdom check.
Now, see, I built this character and then I quick read monk, and was very sad.
Stat.
And I rewrote him so he actually had wisdom, because normally wisdom is my dump stat. But here we go. Yes, natural 1.
You got me.
Well, so lacking the wisdom to look before he leaps, Flash moves rapidly through this tunnel and does not note the abrupt end. There is a fall off at the end of this tunnel where you will see a pool of lava beneath
Oh
you.
shit! It's like I'm playing Minecraft. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. Never dig up. So you have two choices now. You can commit and try to jump to the approximately 20 feet ahead of you where you see a small island of molten rock, or lava rock that's not going to burn you to death. Or you can try to backpedal and stop yourself.
I think, you know what? Oh, hold on. Here we have, we are going to go kung fu here. I have Step of the Wind.
I thought you had something like that.
And so I'm going to spend 1 key point, and as a bonus action on my turn, my jump distance is doubled.
Yeah.
And I gain a dash action as a bonus. So, like, depending on how you feel about that special effect, because technically you probably shouldn't be able to dash when you are. I could have called him Dash. Dash would have been
Dash
very good as well.
Oh my! Then your mom would have been Mrs. Dash.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need to add a dash of something to make it delicious.
Oh my god.
All right, start over. Let's cut all the audio.
Yeah. Sorry.
We gotta restart the whole session.
Recordings.
So yeah, I will try for that island. I will try to crouching tiger my way out there.
Okay, so I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is your jump distance is doubled, and that's going to be a very great help.
Oh no! It's based on strength, isn't it?
It is an athletics check.
And I 100% lowballed that because
I would have thought you would.
Yep, I'm an 8-year-old boy. So how is it? Where does jump distance show up on my sheet?
So it won't. It's your strength. Sorry, I'm not DM. My best.
Yeah, so you make an athletics check, and that's going to determine how far you can jump.
Oh, okay.
But bear in mind it's going to be doubled because you do have that Step of the Wind active.
Okay. So now you said athletics, right?
Correct.
Not acrobatics, I'm guessing.
No. we could go for the classic.
Well, I don't know. Do you do a
Story of my
sweet
life.
flip?
Story of my fucking life every time. Are you just
Right.
acrobatics?
They both start with an A and they sound really the same. Okay,
It
here we
is
go.
athletics, unfortunately.
Oh boy. So that
Gonna miss
with my
him.
with my -1 to athletics, I get a 6.
Okay. So you don't do super great.
You guys remember the time we had Patrick on the show and he fell in lava 30 minutes in?
And he just
Same.
ate it immediately. Actually, the rules for following the lava are in the DMG, and they're pretty tame, which is good because that's what's happening. Please, Pat, immediately now make an acrobatics check.
Okay. That one's better. That is a 26.
26 is pretty good. So what's going to happen is you just barreling your way down this tunnel. You do not see this opening before you, and just committing to your action, you jump as far as you can, but you do fall a little bit short. So coming very rapidly to this lava, you think of all of the very fast lizards that you've seen run on water, and you think, I could do this with lava probably. So you kind of hop, skip, jump your way across this lava and are able to skid onto the safety of this island. However, you are going to take 4 points of fire damage in the process.
Okay. And marked down.
Does Flash wear shoes? It's important.
He used to.
Ooh, that's
Did he
such a
run
good
out of
question.
his sneakers, or are his feet just like charred like nobody's business?
You know, how about this? To retroactively add the tension here, I think absolutely he is a little barefoot kid.
I was imagining
And
him like that. Like,
He's got to be
Same.
a little barefoot kid. So for the acrobatics roll, can it be that as I'm falling and I'm coming up short, I like from my bandolier of all my cooking supplies, I like put down like, oh, here's a saucepan, and like that I leave it behind with like, but I slap my hand down the saucepan, and then I have to flip over, and then I'm like, oh, and here's a chafing dish, you know, and and those 1, 2. So it's like I get singed, but not as badly as you would putting your bare foot on lava.
I think that's exactly what happens, but I think that we also see another black and white noir flashback of Flash's trainer just shouting at him as he does like a one-handed handstand on the hot plate. And he's just like doing one-arm push-ups on the hot plate. That's part of his training.
Yep.
So he's accustomed to it.
Yeah, nope, that's very good.
That kid ran off another cliff.
It's beginning to be a habit.
boy, it's a
He's
good
going
thing
to
you did
burn
hire
our
4 of us.
ingredients. So when I go up there, this is a drop, right? Like to jump. So it's about 20 feet
it's a dead
with
drop.
a drop, right? So
Right.
oh, too easy. I'm gonna back up 10, 15 feet and do a running long jump, and I'm gonna. Whoa. I'm gonna look around first.
Is there a bridge?
D&D in
Make
me
a
went.
wisdom
The
check.
D&D in my brain went. He's already there. Let's join him. Never split the party. Went. I should probably look around first. What do I see at the edge? DM?
So you see basically a large, almost cylindrical cavern that is mostly filled with this lava, but you do see across the edge where Dash Flash Ash Magash has jumped, you see a small rocky island that does appear to have another cavern that leads out of there.
Group question. How do we get home? I don't think we established the way back to.
If I know anything about teleportation,
Riding on a dragon,
maybe.
idiot.
Oh my god. Maybe we just say the same thing that Guy said.
Okay,
No,
don't say it
fine.
yet in
Damn
case that works. All right. I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna just fucking run for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
make an athletics check.
no, I'm good at those. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, you're gonna do great.
Good for it, kid.
17.
Yeah,
I rolled my
nailed
strength
it.
score.
Yeah. So you're able to clear that distance fairly easily, and yeah, no, you're just good. You do a roll.
Yeah, because there's a drop, I thought I was okay. Like, if it would have been an even jump, I was like, I'm about 3 feet short.
Yeah, no, it's not a straight jump. You'll be alright.
Are you okay? I saw a bunch of cooking utensils in the lava when I was
They
falling.
blurble their last under the lava. It's just a little cow flame.
It's like, no, when you work in a kitchen your whole life, you learn to both stand the heat and stay in the fire.
I'm
We don't know
pretty
what he
sure
meant to
that's
say, right?
not right. I'm
And it
concerned
flashes
about
back.
your job.
There's the flashback. and you see him like cleaning out the hearth, and he's standing there, and he's like, "That's right, you're just an ash boy. You're just an ash boy." And he's like, I'm not just ash. Someday I'll be more than just ash.
Oh, as he sits cross-legged, meditating in the stove.
I love the idea of Flash doing this like stoic look, right? And my character just being concerned, and you just pop out of this happy.
You always come back to having non-flashbacks.
That's not good.
I run and jump. I'm gonna take a running jump.
Oh boy, I gotta see this.
Athletics, baby. Big old.
I'm gonna move out of the way. To be clear, I'm gonna walk forward. So
I don't know that this will matter.
it always
2.
does.
It was a 2. Plus. Wait. Oh no.
Well, hold on,
Wait.
he's got a modifier.
Is it acrobatics?
It's
It is athletics. Are you sure it's not acrobatics?
Are you,
Yes,
you want to double check your?
Let me
Athletics
I
is the jumping one.
I
It's a 4.
do
It's a
want to
solid
point out
4.
that your +2 to your +5 isn't going to be a big difference
Well, I have
on
plus
the back
10
of 2.
to acrobatics.
Oh fuck!
Oh, wow.
It's a 4.
Ninja Butler.
Here's the scene. You make a running jump, and you make it about 3 feet.
Oof.
Before you fall like a rock directly submerged into the lava with your metal body. And then I think 2-3 seconds pass, and you just walk up onto the island. Your perfect suit burned away.
Oh, no.
But
Fucking
your
Terminator
metal
style.
And
You've terminated.
and you see my windshield wipers on my butt cheeks, cleaning them. Well, I suppose
you are gonna
now
live.
we know everything about each other anyway.
You're gonna take a little bit of damage.
I see the point of where they were now.
How much damage?
It's not great. It's 19 points
How?
of damage.
You did just swim
It's-
through lava.
It's 2d6 per second.
I feel like this is also kind of like a life thing. Like you go through the valleys and you go through the
Yeah,
trenches and you come out better.
Sometimes you take
And
some
naked.
falls. Sometimes
Yeah,
you get burned.
you're made out of metal. That you're just heated in a forge of adversity.
Mhm.
I don't like
Uh,
it.
That was totally metal.
That was totally.
Does anyone have an extra loincloth or something I can put on? I don't feel particularly comfortable with you seeing all my bits and bobs.
Oh wait, Ash pulls out, and it's an apron. It's a gingham apron, and it says "Kiss the Cook."
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah.
I will.
It's adorable.
Are you sure that you might have given this over?
No, it has no particular historical significance to me at all.
Flashback.
And then it flashes.
Now you can go
Where?
out into the world.
No, I need it. I need
It's
the
the
flashback.
only thing his dad left.
you see him like even younger than like in the kitchen with the drunk guy, and it's like a beautiful, like it's sort of smeared. It's that watercolor thing, and it's sunny, and there's a little cottage, and that's where and there's a little 2-year-old Ash just standing there holding a spatula, kind of wobbly as a toddler, and then there's this singing he hears, and he looks over, and in that slow motion sort of shutter frame anime way, there's a woman with like a smiling face, like wearing the Kiss the Cook apron, and then the sun goes behind a cloud, and suddenly it stops, and then it's like he's like, "No, really, it's for friends to use."
Well, thank you very much. And put it on, wrap around. Kiss the cook, huh? I like it.
I'm gonna make the leap. Because
Go for it, Nick.
I actually put stuff in athletics this time.
I don't believe you. Go ahead.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is sufficient. You're able to just clear the distance, no issues. You land very light on your feet, not even so much as a stumble.
Just hands on hips. Let's go.
I don't think I had the same uppers that everyone else had before we came here. You guys are in great moods, considering.
Everything's...
It's always a great day when you get to cook with your friends.
That's exactly what... Yeah, that's what I was about to go for.
I head towards the open maw.
I think we have inadvertently created a cooking anime here.
There's only 4 ingredients you need for a great time, and they're standing right here.
Wouldn't it be 3.5? That's not important.
I don't.
Technically 3 if you count me and Flash as 2 as halves.
Oh, but eventually he'll grow up to be a normal.
Fair.
So
Oh, come on.
A normal.
a normal, yes.
I had to check on my dog. So, yes, you are able to continue down this new path that is open before you. And it opens up to
straight
a
into it.
larger antechamber filled with treasure.
I stop. And then I motion to the other group. I'm not so sure about the cooking show anymore.
Does anyone have a bag of holding? We could just take this and be rich forever.
It is.
I'm going to
Scrooge
Scrooge
levels.
McDuck into this real quick. It's just one of he pulls out of his bucket list. It says murder everything. Scrooge McDuck into gold. Check. And I'm gonna Scrooge McDuck into the gold. I'm doing that.
Okay, you Scrooge McDuck into the gold. And then you hear a terrible rumbling as descends
Back.
from
Backstroking.
spitting a line of gold coins.
Yeah.
And you hear a terrible rumbling, and you hear a voice. Who dares enter?
Dad?
My boy! I missed you.
You left when I was young and you never came back. I found you.
I went for a pack of cigarettes.
I went for smokes and found you.
I never stopped smoking them. Listen to my voice.
Great.
I feel attacked.
This is my trigger.
We should have had a session 0. I'm gonna get out of the gold after hearing a deep bellowing voice, but I'm gonna pocket some of it.
One more bit. My safe word is cayenne.
We're here to create the most delectable of meals for a friend of ours.
Okay, I like
the
how
butler
you're going.
wide-eyed. Uh-huh.
And we heard perhaps you would be willing, as a great neighbor, to perhaps loan us some egg.
I just look slowly up at him.
Yeah, same. Still scooping
You've
gold into
come
his stuff.
for my brood.
We needed the most legendary omelet ever, and so we've come to the most legendary dragon. Don't you want to be a part of this culinary experience?
Oh my god.
Don't you want to offer your brood for our omelets?
What an honor it is to
You know, I am fair in all means, so I will allow you to make a persuasion check. I have to warn you, the DC pretty high.
All right, here we go.
I'll
Okay.
take ways to say roll for initiative for 500, please.
I'm just gonna keep
Okay.
scooping gold. It's
Guys, I think I did a real good. I know he doesn't
did a real
take
good?
20s on these things as like a crit as an automatic pass.
no, but still 20 with your stats.
A plus 12 gets me a 32.
That's a 32.
Ooh.
Oh.
Gosh,
I'm
man,
so
these
I'm
even have 35.
genuinely
The bard's
very,
amazing.
very,
I want
very,
you to tell
very,
me first before I tell him.
very, very, very upset. Yeah, you succeed on your check. It was a DC 30.
Oh wow!
Oh my god.
Can I? Do you guys know James at One Shot? Do you ever listen to any of the One Shot podcast network GM stuff?
Yeah, I've listened to him.
What I love is sometimes like somebody does pull the roll, and then they're like, what does this look like? But I have an idea for like maybe what this might look like. Would you like to hear it?
Yes,
I would love
of
to hear
course.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Where, what if, because like, I knew even when Flash might not understand, but I understand that his argument was ridiculous. But like, what if in this nest of eggs, there's obviously like the runty egg?
That is exactly. We are on the same. That was my idea. Is that here we go.
Are dragons like chickens?
They're exactly like chickens, only bigger than you guys. They are identical to chickens in every way,
hey,
except slightly
I'll
larger.
give you some of the ones that aren't going to be dragons, and they're just juice.
No.
Are dragons like chickens? Have you spoken to Oslo?
All chickens
I
are
have
dragons.
so many
not all
questions
dragons
for
are chickens.
Oslo as Delmore now. Just to be like, can you explain how dragon eggs work to me?
The large red dragon kind of hunkers down and it wraps its tail around itself. It kind of coils. My brood must be the most powerful in all the land.
Is that a question or statement?
It is a state.
Yes, they are the strongest. That's why my friend here said we had to come see you and only
It's a
you.
certainty.
Yes.
I cannot allow weakness within my brood. I have one egg that has not fulfilled my Willy Wonka-ian tests that I have set before it.
For eggs?
And Flash
Yeah.
has a flashback.
You remember in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
I see
not
what
the
you
book,
mean.
in which they had the eggs. That's a bad egg.
Yeah,
to test.
okay. I was like,
Well,
you're sending these eggs through a chocolate factory to do these different
Yes.
tasks?
They're
Like, how does that
chocolate
work?
chocolate.
You
I will
see
have the
now,
chocolate brood.
as you have opened your eyes, you see the entire back wall of this cavern is just a large Willy Wonka egg machine. It is like a pachinko,
Oh my gosh.
Ding, 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 ding,
where
ding, ding,
there's good eggs, bad eggs, and there's one egg in the bad egg pile.
You see Tokul coming out of the gold pile with like a golden red rider. We can carry it in this.
You may not touch my hoard.
Slides it back into the gold pile.
That's
Good
my
point.
favorite piece. I made that myself.
It's wonderful, really.
Thank you.
The wheels.
I learned it at a community course in the evenings. Take my egg and get the fuck out of here.
Oh, done.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you.
I'll carry it.
Hey, we didn't die.
I carry it.
How
How big is a dragon egg?
Yeah.
You must name your culinary creation after me to spread the
What's your
glory
name?
and let on.
Quasar.
It's Quasar. I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
No. Okay,
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't lied to. That's all.
We can just call it Quasar's Brood. Yep.
Alarming.
Ode de Quasar. Got it.
Ode de Quasar.
How big is this
Omelette.
dragon egg?
It's
DM?
it's a hefty boy.
They're big.
Okay, I carry it overhead with two hands.
Yeah.
Then. Okay. Do. I am now you have to protect and escort me on your
Oh,
quest
fuck
now.
that.
Oh, combat! Gotta run away.
Capture the flag style.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Let's I guess we'll be on our way. Do we remember how to get out of here?
Everybody get together
Mm-hmm.
and say,
touch everybody, make sure you
dinner,
touch
diver, diners, drivers, bacon bit.
Diners,
Nothing happens.
diners, drive-ins,
Nothing
and combat.
happens. No, that doesn't do anything.
Flash, do you remember? Children have excellent memories. Do you remember what he said to us?
Memory. I don't remember anything anymore.
I only remember terrible things that happened to me in grayscale.
Everything goes in the vault.
I love the idea of Guy
forever.
our Phi Gary, whatever, is like saying these words, but for Flash, it's like just creepy and grayscale. Like, we're gonna go places.
I hide myself behind the door of sleep.
Oh my god.
Diners, dives, and drive-ins.
Somebody say magic
Could you
words.
fly us out
Diners,
of here?
drive-ins, and dives.
There you go. You
Diners,
did it.
drive-ins, and dives, guys.
You magically teleport and you find yourself back on the menagerie, standing in front of Phi Gary, holding your prize.
We got it.
I did it.
It was me.
It was only me.
I captured the flat. I brought the egg.
Good job, everybody. Now we just need some butter and possibly cheese, but that's from the same source, and also a special secret ingredient.
Mm-hmm. But while we were gone, you didn't happen to get any owlbears or of those specific mushrooms we needed, right? You didn't.
I've been
do that.
preheating the oven.
You did one thing. Brilliant.
And how does the other team fare? How far have they got? What egg did they choose? Did they come back yet?
Yeah, they came back a little while ago, and they had 17 Hydra eggs.
Jeez.
Gross. And what cheese animal did they choose?
I don't know yet.
They're not back. Great. Do you know where any owlbears are? And well, it's important. I need an apron and a cowboy's hat.
Oh my god.
Here, take my apron. I'm kidding. I need it.
I need it. I'm naked.
I'm naked.
It is for friends.
I have realized I also have history as well. So if we don't know
Roll
where
it
the others are.
for owlbears.
Yeah. Owlbears. That's a natural 1. That's a 9.
I've heard of owlbears. They're like the chicken,
Look,
right?
You
I'm
know
pretty
exactly.
sure they lay eggs.
You know exactly where you can find a ton of owls, and you know exactly where you can find a ton of bears. You have no idea about owlbears.
So
That is
between
lost.
the
That's how they came
triangulate the
about.
location between the two.
Meet in the middle.
I hear there's a actually the reason I did throw out owlbear is because way back in the day when I did tabletop with Will and the Lords of Waterdeep game, there was one of the quests you could do is domesticate owlbears. And I got it early in the game, and I wouldn't shut up about it. That was my only thing that I wanted to achieve in the whole game was domesticate owlbears. And so, you know, I mean, that's where I would go if I needed owlbear milk, is to a raid on the owlbear farms of one of the masked Lords of Waterdeep.
Which is not a bad idea, but does not exist.
Yeah,
in this world.
it's in the wrong world. Yep.
Extra
Well,
plane
let's take a
travel.
tour to another universe and then go to the Lord's
Yes,
Waterdeep.
yes,
Probably shorter.
I'm a
yeah.
planeswalker.
That explains
Which
why.
element?
No door is closed to me. All the dimensions are at my disposal.
Just glitch into another universe.
I'm an
Come with me.
Elder Torer.
Come with me to Sigil.
The Phi Gary says, there's a mystic forest full of all kinds of woodland creatures in Tangia. You might check there.
Yeah, nope, that's tracks. It still exists.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too. No, they didn't sink Tanger. He
Yep.
sank Kosin. And this is
And also, this is in the past.
Well,
Yeah, this
to
is
be
in the
fair,
past.
we're in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tangia exists at any point in the future at this point.
It does, because I just talked about it. Me, Phi Gary.
Excellent, let's go there. I do need an apron and a cowboy's hat, though. It's going to be, and a pail.
Here, take mine. I have all 3 of those things.
Perfect. I equip them all.
Do you have another butler suit?
They do require attunement.
I equip the pail on my head and the apron and hand the cowboy hat to Carson.
Perfect.
Why?
Now he's slightly
Thank you,
less
sir.
naked.
Put this on. You're naked without it.
And we are going to take a real quick bathroom break.
Hey there, everybody. This is Pat Rothfuss, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about saving the world, which is what every geek wants way down in the bottom of their most secret heart. I'm here on Lawful Stupid because these lovely folks did some fundraising for my big end-of-year World Builders fundraiser that we run for Heifer International. It's a charity that helps people all over the world really kind of take control of their own lives and be better forever. I mean, that sounds a little pie in the sky, but it's true. Heifer International provides education tools and materials so that a family that has kind of nothing suddenly might have a flock of chickens. And to you and I, that might not seem like very much, but for a family that doesn't know where its next meal is coming from, chickens mean eggs, and then eggs mean more chickens, and that means every day your child has the opportunity to get protein in their diet. Or maybe Heifer provides a family with a goat and the training to take care of a goat, and then also teaches them how to build a pen for a goat, and then that goat provides milk, and that means the family gets to drink fresh milk every day, and, spoiler alert, they get to sell the extra milk, which means a goat in a lot of parts of the world is like owning a small business that feeds you and also gives birth to other small businesses. It's a good time, and it changes the world in a sustainable way. If you want to wander over to the World Builders fundraiser, specifically maybe the Lawful Stupid team page, we are giving away more than $100,000 worth of like cool books and games and various things. And if the Lawful Stupid team page hits its stretch goal, then I will come back and goof off with y'all again. This was one of the most enjoyable games that I have played all year, and that's saying something because I get to hang with some cool nerds. So yeah, consider coming along with us, making the world a better place. And believe me, goats and chickens aren't all of it. They provide clean water, education for young girls in parts of the world where that isn't a thing, honeybees to fertilize crops. Just so much. They've been doing this for 75 years. If you're curious, come wander over to the fundraiser, have a looky-loo at the stuff we're giving away, and maybe learn a little bit more about Heifer International while you're at it. Swing by my live stream. I'm going to be streaming a ton. Normally, this is the point at which I know people say a URL, but like, we're living in the future. Do you really need me to say a URL? There's a new thing called Google, and you could go to it. I know it might be hard for you to find a computer, but if you go there and in the Google or your Alta Vista or whatever it is you're using, you just type Lawful Stupid, World Builders, Goats, podcast page. Like any combination of those words should probably get you where you're going. Mostly World Builders, Lawful Stupid, Pat Rothfuss, Charity Goat. You know, again, like you're smart. You're smart. You're a geek. You know how to do this. You can find it. I challenge you. I dare you. I bet you can't find it. Bet you can't get it as your first Google result. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I hope to see y'all before too terribly long. Thanks again.
You are all at the menagerie. You're there with Gary, and you've been told that there was an enchanted forest within Tangia, which could be home to owlbears, whose sweet, delicious, creamy milk you need for your recipe.
I also hear that the sap in the trees there is very delicious.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't know anything about that. It tastes like Vegemite and dreams.
That's right.
My two favorite things.
Delicious. All right, so we're at we already transported. We did.
All you have to do is say the magic words.
That's it.
Not gonna happen.
Gary, could you say the magic words because I forget them every time?
I would have to remember them.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Thunder. Oh.
D&D.
D&D. It's easy to remember. Just remember the 3 Ds.
Dungeons and Dragons and Diners.
Carson, check your leak. I smell the grease and sausage and bacon again.
Sorry, my friend, that's not me this time. I made I was all tucked in and squared away this one.
Unfortunately, you do smell something burning. And as you look around in this forest that you're in, there's a fire.
There's a fire in the forest, or the forest is on fire?
The forest is on fire.
Oh. This is not ideal. I have control flames. I'm gonna just start 5 feet by 5 feet.
Okay.
Doot.
And
if only there was some type of owlbear that would warn me against forest fire.
That's me, Smokey the Owlbear. Only you can. What can you make with 5 matches? You can make a little deer, you make a little bunny, or you can end the lives of many of our ecological treasures. So you are beginning to douse these flames, control flames 5 feet at a time, and out of the flaming woodland comes a singed and distraught-looking owlbear.
What noise does it make?
It makes this noise. It goes, my
It's
babies!
a horse?
It talks. It talks. It says, my babies!
What the fuck?
I think you're supposed to put these things out of their miseries when they're in this state, correct?
Oh, rawr.
I've got the shovel.
My children.
I do need to... It's actually talking?
Yes, it's saying words.
Okay.
It's in common.
What, your children, they're hurt?
They're trapped inside the flames.
I got this. 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet.
Dash.
Perfect.
Flash, not dash.
Flash dashes.
Flash
Flash
dashes.
dash,
Dash,
McGee.
Straight into the fire.
Protector mode initiated, and I follow.
I believe it's called nanny mode, but we'll get to that.
Manny.
Cut mode.
Manny
mode. Manny mode. The Manny module.
As you run into the flames, it's so hot, and there's smoke everywhere. It's so difficult to breathe. It's just this acrid smoke. And you see in a clearing surrounded by fallen and burning trees, 3 owlbear cubs kind of huddled together against the flames.
Oh, how big are they?
They're roughly the size of a Saint Bernard.
Dang!
They're big for babies, but they're small for
I come
owlbears.
running in. I got 2 of them, and I'll just scoop them up in my big old arm.
There's these fallen, burning trees kind of encircling them. They are trapped.
I will begin to use my shovel to cut these trees.
Okay. Make an athletics check. Star.
I would like to misty step over to them once I'm close enough and start control flame.
Okay. You are able to do that. You misty step in, and you're controlling flames from the inside out.
16.
And petty.
16. Duly noted. And petting. Well, you get nipped a little bit.
I try to pat
they're
them on the head.
distraught.
Oh, okay, it's spicy. Gotcha.
What's Dash doing? Flash. Ash.
100-yard dash.
Flash, Ash, Dash, McGee.
I think is this like classic? Everything is on fire around us. Like branches
100%.
are falling
Yeah,
from the tree.
Yeah, you got falling branches and sparks, and
then I will. I'm gonna try to like ninja flip my way through all of that to get into the middle where the owlbears are. I'm assuming she's gonna beat me there, but I want to get in, and then like if there is falling debris, like burning things, then I will try to protect the owlbear babies from the falling debris.
just punching debris out of the air.
I have missile deflection.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do. I'm not sure. I'll allow it. Yeah. Make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
Just to get in there.
I love the idea of him just running up on the back of Tokol and leaping off of him while he's trying to like shove it through these
That
trees.
actually, Tokol, Carson, you're in nanny mode.
Well,
right?
so here's what nanny mode means. So my main objective is to protect, and so in doing that, I'm going to cast polymorph for myself and turn into a stone golem.
Whoa.
Okay.
And as such, I will begin removing trees and throwing them out of the way.
All right.
Perfect. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
What are we looking on that acrobatic check, Flash?
Oh, I got a 24.
That is sufficient. So you are definitely able to just kickflip your way into the center of these owlbears and have begun deflecting any debris that is falling towards these owlbears.
Yeah, and I'm just checking out. It's deflect missiles. So, just any to keeping the baby safe.
And I'll sort of form a canopy, like over, so as we travel.
I have bad news for you.
For who?
For you, Carson. Unlike wild shape, when one polymorphs, they don't retain their mental characteristics. I have the stat block in front of me here for a stone golem. It looks like you now have an intelligence of 3.
Oh my!
So how much lower is that from your base scores? 5?
In real life, not much.
It's one lower.
No, your character sheet.
And that 1 point was very crucial. So I believe what has happened now as a stone golem. I'll tell you what. Make for me, please, an
Strength
intelligence check. An intelligence check.
No. Oh boy.
Bearing in mind that your intelligence is
Which is -4.
3.
19 minus 4.
Oh.
15. Hey, that you are good. So
Oh.
so what you set out to do with a 15, you are doing. So you've thrown these trees. You've made a path out of here, and you have canopied yourself over these owlbear chicks, cubs, chubs.
Chubs?
Oh, they're cubs for sure.
Cherubs.
I've seen it in writing.
Chubbs is very good.
Chubs, I think. I think
I
that.
don't like it though.
Excuse me for one moment.
Look at this huge chub.
Hey, what is it? I got just a little fucking litter of chubs right here.
Dearest wizards of the coast, it's me again.
No, hold on, wait. I'm just gonna text Chris Perkins.
Oh yeah, I can do that. He's got magical powers.
Yes, that's a
You
fifth level
you
spell.
let Chris Perkins know that I said.
Hey, I'm sure you read his letters, but
He's been ducking me for too long. So you are now presumably leading these owlbears out under the canopy of stone golem. Is that what I'm picking up?
Yep.
So you guys have formed this perfect firefighting unit
Haha.
I think that it is Tokul and Lawful are leading the way, both clearing debris with your shovel as you're controlling flames 5 feet at a time, making a path. Meanwhile, you've got this stone golem that is providing a canopy for these owl chicks with
Chubbs.
our very
Chubs.
Chubs. Thank you. I've gone back on my own doctrine on these owlbear chubs, as I think that Flash is with these chubs under the canopy, kind of guiding them and leading them on this newly cleared path out of the flames and danger. And guys, well done, bravo.
Teamwork.
Things normally don't go this well. Don't worry, there's a riddle later. We'll get back to
Oh
it.
boy. Oh boy. Well, it makes sense that people who work in a kitchen would be good at stopping fire.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. Well done. Extraordinarily executed. You find your way back out to the distraught owlbear mother who just... I mean, when you see a mother's love as she stares at her newly saved chubs, it is... You can't describe it. And she...
I hate it.
How big are the chubs?
What's it?
How big are the chubs?
Roughly the size of
No.
a St. Bernard.
I think of them as stubbier, like a panda baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
not
sweet.
proportionately Saint Bernard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if a corgi were the size of a Saint Bernard,
Oh my
Yeah.
and then cover it in
Yep.
feathers.
Yep.
god. Big feet.
Yep.
Yep.
And my subs, you saved them. Thank you. Is there anything I can do to repay you?
Well, now that you say that.
Will you let our robot friend milk you?
Weird, but
Okay.
I take the
So
pail
I go
off
back
my
to a
hat.
robot form.
I take
as
the
you
pail
reverse
off my head.
Voltron from a rock creature to a robot.
I will have to say, if I were going to be milked, Pat said, saying one of the
You got,
sentences,
you got that for the soundboard, right? You got that for the soundboard?
I
saying,
was sitting there saying, that's the sound bit. Hey, we have an episode of with Patrick Ross. If I were to be milked, that's our promo.
I talk a lot, and I've been on this earth for a long time. I think I've said most of the sentences that exist,
Yeah. You can combine them in any fashion you want.
but that I'm actually very certain I've never said that sentence before. If I were to be milked, the
It would be
person
my preference.
it would be my preference of all
For
of the
flesh
people
hands.
of all of the people to milk me, of all the entities, creatures.
You can say, my name's Shane. You can you can call me by my name.
Warforged is it would not be utter top of the list.
Utter top of the list. Yeah, I would not want recently very superheated metal hands on my nipples, but I'm not an owlbear.
To be
I don't-
fair, he did
We-
polymorph back.
Well, I think that the only solution here is we do have to get Chris Perkins back on the horse.
Okay, so now did I? Actually, I will say Ash has been suspiciously quiet through
Well,
all
his
of
name
this.
is Flash.
Flash Dash. He's at Flash now. Like you realize normally he would have chimed in by this point, but you see you look over and he is staring at the mother owlbear, and with the babies nuzzling and cuddling around, and he looks at them, and also like he's all smudged up now. He's all sooty. He's been charred. His little one of his fox ears is kind of like on fire, and his face is smudged up. And the plush toy that he has still carried, the little plush fox that he has with him, one of the button eyes has come off, and it's all smudged up too. But none of that is as sad as the look he is giving to this mother who is taking care of and loving these children. And you see, and then he has the flashback where he just goes blank, and then comes back again. But
We don't
this
get to
one,
go on this journey.
We
This
don't get to go on that journey.
this is
No, that's the secret
one. Just
That's
for
the
Pat.
secret one. We're gonna save that for a future episode. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what's wrong, Flash?
I don't know how to milk an owlbear. Has anyone milked anything? And he's still like gazing at the owlbear, like those anime like welling up tears in his eyes.
It's quite simple. I could show you, Flash, if you'd like.
I think you need to ask her. Remember, everyone, consent is important.
That's true.
Miss...
I think
What did
She
that
did
you,
consent. She said it was weird, but she agreed.
I think that you milk an owlbear the same way that you eat an elephant. One teat at a time.
It's like Mom always said.
My mama always said.
I'm just...
thing the way you eat an elephant.
I feel like I've been tricked
Noted.
into like doing this scene First of all, so can I? Do we have
First of all,
The owlbear gave consent. Carson
it was not
did
a trick.
To be fair, I never said as the DM you have to roleplay vigorously.
Devin goes, no, I'll do it. I got it.
Give me a cowboy hat, a stool, a pail. I'm going to milk the shit out of an owl.
To be fair, no one asked for a stool. He's going to have to squat the whole time.
Oh, that's going to be not
Get your reps in.
Yeah, murder on your legs, yeah.
Lady Owlbear?
That's fine. He'll get new ones. He's a robot.
Yes.
The request that we would have is for owlbear milk. How do you have some that we could obtain for a recipe?
Yes, I've got 3 young chubs. I keep a stock.
Like in a refrigerator or...
Yeah, she's. I mean, there's times where you gotta, I'm a young single mother on the go. I have to keep a supply.
You're a strong owlbear.
Fucking an owlbear backpack, themed backpack. It's got
Actually,
frozen milk.
We made an owlbear backpack for the World Builders store, just to say.
Hey, ... Link in the description.
Try to ashes. Boy, I'm just.
Flash. You don't have to. We don't have to relive it, Pat. It's okay.
No. I actually. What's funny is I was so into the voice before, and now I need to get that running start again. But I also would say that you're the one that said vigorously. None of us proposed that. That's on you.
Is there any other way?
Softly, tenderly.
Gotcha.
Wouldn't know anything about that. Not where I come from. Not the streets.
Any adjective applied to milk the owlbear, I think, is going to be bad. Softly, gently, tenderly,
yeah,
vigorously, steadily, all bad, all very bad,
all bad.
But yes,
all right, so
I have these jars that I keep on it.
Perfect.
They were given to me by the same wizard who gave me this collar that lets me talk to people.
There we go. Thank you for closing the loop on that.
I never leave. I never leave any holes in my story.
Well, has anyone here ever churned any butter? This owlbear milk, from what I've heard, is exceptionally frothy and creamy.
Point of order, though, maybe we don't do it in the forest fire. Maybe we take that back and then make the butter.
Agreed. Mama Bear, do you?
Yes, my child.
Have you ever made your milk into butter?
Are you going to be okay here? It's actually still very much a forest fire.
It's all right now that I got my chubs with me. We'll go stay with my sister in the other forest.
I'm going to pull out all the gold I took from the dragon's place that I was swimming in and hand it to her.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me that you took some of it?
He said that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very clear about that.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't
quite catch that, and that's because I thought we weren't going to have any combat. So a shadow appears.
That's fine.
I'll let it slide.
I have a teleportation ready. You're going to have to fly to the menagerie now.
You're lucky we're on a timetable, Dwayne, or else I would fucking roast you.
Bring it on.
What are you going to do with the gold?
I just hand it to her. Thanks for the milk.
You just set that family up for death.
No. This is why you sometimes slay wild beasts when they have gold on them.
Yes, this is how it happens.
You're part of the
Close the loop.
Did you read the signs? Don't pay the owlbears.
That is a good point. Nobody's ever killed an owlbear for its milk, but they have killed it for the gold on
For the golden XP, that's what we're here for.
I think we are absolutely rolling on different treasure tables, because I remember treasure type
owlbear
M.
milk on your treasure table?
Treasure type D. It's all dairy.
I only use the decks that where you draw the treasure, and I have a specific
Just
lactose
different types of
one,
milk.
and it's just for this.
Weird.
Diners, drive-ins, and dairy.
You guys are in a very different place. You guys are transported to present day Wisconsin.
What the hell is this?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Oh, and then you're transported. You were in a field momentarily, and now you are back at the menagerie.
We were just in hell for a moment.
I went through all 9 hells. No,
Oh my god.
Do you see the actual snow falling outside?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Not there.
I don't know where you are.
You
but
know what?
This is a family
It's
show,
true.
Pat.
Hell is frozen over.
Now, it's actually quite easy to turn it into butter. And he takes the flask and hands it to Devin and says, initiate churn.
Finger
Churn
like
mode
elongates like a
activated.
spoon mode and just like whirs.
That's whipped cream.
like a milkshake blend.
That's way better than I was anticipating, which is
Yeah.
that you would just vibrate.
You would just violently make a masturbatory gesture until we had butter. That's
Shake
I
weight
honestly was hoping that
2020.
you would just shove your head into it.
Did you guys know actually that that is a way? Like I never knew it until it was something that happened at my kid's school. You take heavy whipping cream, you put it in a mason jar, and if you shake it enough, it will turn into like effectively whipped cream and then like butter.
huh.
Straight up. Yeah.
Hey, if you ever wonder why people are lactose intolerant, it's because of shit like that. You just we'll just put it in a fucking jar, shake it up, sit it on the shelf for 5 months. Oh, you ate it and feel bad? Weird.
That's maybe just old food, not lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, he wasn't saying you shake it over a period of 5 months. You put it in a paint shaker for 5 months and then you get butter.
I don't think you need to do it for 5 months, but you sit it on a shelf for a while.
Yeah, that's actually what
cheese.
cheese is.
I think that's different.
That's
It's still all bad, guys. It's rotten
delicious.
food.
Everybody roll for dysentery.
Dude,
All right.
Oh shit! Flashback.
wait. Do we want it to be a good roll or a bad roll?
No one
Do
knows.
we want dysentery?
I
I
kind of.
can't remember. I don't want to be the only person without it. If everybody else
That would
has
be
it.
weird. That would be a weird vibe.
Yeah.
Fageri,
Uh-huh.
I present to you the cream that you need, the milk from the owlbear.
Our butter.
Butter.
Owlbear butter.
This is going to be a great help. This, combined with that red dragon egg, now we just need something to tie them all together.
I believe we chose shrooms. Mushrooms.
Oh, you mean the must-try mushrooms?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Over there just
Cool.
idly doing that.
Yes, Fageri, the
I spent a
mushroom.
lot of time writing this.
So now what? Are we just going to go find some myocinids and just bring those here, or what?
Well, must-try mushrooms are a little bit different than your average fungi. They can only be found in one place, and lucky for you, I know where. I look at my actual leather burnt map. Here's a tiny
Oh,
version of
cute.
it. You're all getting them for Christmas.
Aww.
Ooh, exciting. It's YouTube app. You just have to send him your address.
Yeah.
Not your
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
box.
It's a trap.
Your address.
On
Jokes on
Medjet.
you. Shane hand delivers all his presents.
This episode's been called The
Nice,
Long
I-
Game.
And I stay for a week and I hang up my own stocking. Medvejed is where you will
Medvejed.
find a druid grove of Circle of the Spore, and they just specialize in must-try
Medvejed
mushrooms.
is a place that we didn't get to because it got destroyed as well.
You don't know.
Spoiler alert, perfect.
No,
Let's go there.
obviously my character knew that, but yeah.
Well, Pat hasn't seen the show yet.
Spoilers.
It's cute. It's cute that you think he's going to after
Shut
suffering
up.
like this.
Shut up. I'm a little bit
That's
true,
nice of
guys.
you.
So, Menagerie is where there is a grove, druids.
Ask for some
Bop on
shrooms,
over
maybe
there.
do some shrooms.
Get what you need.
Are these? Actually,
Get that running start.
part me, part Flash. Do I know anything about these druids in particular?
You can roll a history check, please. Or history or religion, your preference.
Yeah.
I nailed it with a nat 20.
Woo!
Nice.
Did you know that the Circle of the Spore is historically very reclusive? They don't typically welcome guests into their grove.
Excellent.
Death cult? Like spores?
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
they have a principle that all things must decay and must furnish new life. That's kind of but they're big into not disrupting that cycle as well. So the undead, anything like that, is an affront to them.
Okay. Is my vibe like we show up? Like, are we gonna need to kill a bunch of people and to get their mushrooms, or like, are they gonna violently oppose us?
That would be
Need
more
to
of
or
an
get to.
insight kind of vibe when you were there, much more than like a history.
Okay.
You don't have you don't recall any tales or any of the very many books that you've read, excerpts from the back of cookbooks that mention that they had been violent towards somebody who tried to infiltrate their grove.
Okay.
Do we have to say it, or is Fi going to say it?
Yeah. Diners, drive-ins, and dives! And you guys are transported into Menagerie. You are in another forest this time, thankfully not on fire, but still a very, very different vibe that you're getting here. The smell, that earthy smell that you get in the autumn time when there are leaves that are accumulated on the forest floor, that natural, not unpleasant smell of decay. Everything seems to be a little darker, a little dimmer.
Flash. God, I didn't think that would be that hard. I would also like to go on the record as saying I once watched one episode of Pokemon. I'm not into it. I'm making a lot of educated guesses here.
You're doing great. Nobody would know.
He like from his bandolier, he's like looks around. I'm assuming it's kind of like it's dark here.
It is very much not much light penetrating this kind of vine-ridden, overgrown canopy.
Kind of a Mirkwood situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ash like looks around and he starts like he pulls something out of his. He's like, I've been training my whole life for this.
That's exactly.
He pulls out like the flask, and he starts drinking this cooking sherry you saw him use before. And he's
like, going drunken fist.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, there's only one way to go up against a cult of death druids. This might get messy, folks. Just make sure to stay behind me when it gets ugly.
Right behind the jump toddler. As Tokol picks him up and uses him as a bat.
So I guess we're following the drunk 8-year-old through the woods?
That's always a great idea. Let me first say that when I play D&D, that's the person.
There's been a lot of talk about weird sentences we never thought we'd say today. That's one of them.
From an audio standpoint, I can't agree with that. I just don't need that soundbite in the world. So I'll follow you guys.
I'm just saying that if I had to choose someone to run this country today, it would be a drunk 8-year-old.
You know, I know some really great 8-year-olds.
I thought you were gonna say drunk 8-year-olds.
Really great drunk 8-year-olds.
I know some 8-year-olds with a problem.
Those kids know how to party.
Some
there are
people's
jump
kids.
houses everywhere.
Hey Pat, where did these 8-year-olds get the booze?
Flashback. And you see there's Ash in the kitchen. It's
His name is
like,
Flash.
again, it's even Flash. Back then it was Ash because he had to clean out the hearth all the time.
Right.
And it's even a worse state of disrepair. It's just grimy, it's dark in there, there's soot on the windows, and there's more, it's just garbage in the corners. It's fallen so far from even the horrible place it was before. And you see the old man, he's even older now, and his face is blotchy, and he throws another bottle at Ash, and Ash, instead of just dodging it this time, catches it. And then he looks at him and he says, I'm not the person you knew anymore. And he drinks some of what was in the bottle.
In his grizzled past voice.
Yep. And then as he starts to walk towards the old man, the scene fades out with Ash clutching the bottle. And then it fades in, and you see Ash moving forward into the forest.
Same resolution.
Yep. Okay. There's the final flashback.
This got dark.
You gotta beat the best to be the best.
Yep.
Literally.
Whoa. So you guys are in the woods. You're not sure exactly where this grove is. Could somebody please make me a...
I can do that. Unless somebody has a particular proficiency.
Not it.
Super not me.
Nah.
Yeah. Alright.
I have a +3 actually.
I have a +4.
makes sense.
I rolled a 1 again, guys.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to roll
Yeah.
checks right now.
I think that instead of observing the natural surroundings and try to follow like the decay in a route that would make sense for where this grove would be, you are instead following a drunk 8-year-old.
Great point.
I think you were like, I could do this,
He seems to know what he's doing.
Flash looks like he knows what he's doing.
I forgot that I made this character for gathering ingredients and have survival and nature proficiencies. So
Oh, maybe you roll. Maybe you roll a nature check for me real quick.
Yeah. I did marginally better with a 12.
That's more than marginally.
That's I think that with your forces combined, you're able to make something happen. And you kind of can see this decay, and you start to see mushrooms, and you see more and more mushrooms. And you're like, oh, these aren't mushrooms. I would know them by sight, but we're getting close.
Yeah, don't eat those. You won't remember your name.
Yeah, there's mush-try mushrooms, and those are the shit your pants mushrooms.
Yes, the shit your pants mushroom.
Shiitake for sure.
Oh, damn it, you took
Oh.
it out.
Shiitake your pants. Noted. That's lore now. Yeah, keep walking
Okay.
in that direction.
You eventually come upon a great, vast, and dying oak. I mean, this thing is rough. It's got.
It would be a fucking oak, wouldn't it, Shane? We don't have enough Pokemon references.
And he's a professor. Get fucked. You don't know my life. And so it's got gaping holes in it. It's dying. It's covered in mushrooms and just like algae. How'd that get there? And you just see almost like it almost looks like all these mushrooms and this opening around it are all bowing to it. It almost looks like this is some sort of court of mushrooms being held in which this grand dead oak presides.
Is there anyone there?
You don't see any people.
I
perception
wield
check.
my shovel and walk towards the giant tree.
Flash is sort of moving around in little bursts of speed, like suddenly like turning around a tree and striking like a very violent martial arts pose as if in anticipation of someone being there. And it looks half like cute kid and half like frat boy who is drunk.
Has he taken his shirt off yet? Because that's how you know
wanna
it's serious.
go?
Or
You want
he
to go,
unpops his
tree?
collar. Oh fuck!
What do I see when I approach? Is there anything new outside of that?
As you approach it, you see the gnarled bark begin to shift and change, and a face appears within this dying oak.
Whoa!
And it
Don't just sneak up on someone like that.
it opens its ancient maw and says, "Who are you?"
I'm here on behalf of the menagerie, and I need your mushrooms. Your must-try mushroom.
None are granted entrance to the grove.
Then how do you get in if no one?
I'm a
is
fucking tree.
granted?
He's not old, he's high, is what we're gathering now.
I'm a fucking tree, you asshole. I sprouted here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your tree level?
Nah, I'm pretty sure there's somebody behind the curtain here somewhere. Who's high on shrooms.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Okay. What's the definition of the word is?
Fuck you. Knock knock, who's there? Eat a dick. I'm a dick.
Yep, that adds up.
Fuck it, if you want the mushrooms, you're gonna have to answer my riddle.
Oh, fuck, you weren't kidding.
Okay. Give
Is it
me your
in Elvish?
compatriots.
It's in Elvish.
Compatriots,
He said
come
he's
closer.
Sylvan. And he says, what kind of flower lives between your mouth and your... Wait, that's not right.
You're very good at this.
Wait, I fucked it up.
Somebody fucked it up. I wrote it down wrong. What kind of flower lives between your nose and your chin? What kind of flower lives between your nose and your chin? The Jeopardy music starts playing.
A Venus flytrap.
That would be a weird fucking situation for you. No,
Is it actually speaking in Sylvan, or do we all understand this?
no, you all. It's common.
Okay.
It's
Okay, good.
Sylvan, but you hear it in common.
Can I roll
Okay.
to see
Weird
if
magical
my
field.
character knows this from being alive for forever?
You can roll an intelligence check, and if you do real good, I'll give you
Oh,
a
great.
hint.
Well, that's fine. I have it. What if... let me ask you this. I polymorph into a dragon.
You can't
I
do
use a red
that.
dragon. It's level 10, because that's what level I am.
Oh, Shane, you son of a bitch.
Have you
I think I know
my
what it
code?
is. No, I think it's a dad joke almost.
It is almost a dad joke. Yeah.
Okay, I
I'm
got
still
it.
a dragon.
I got it.
Go ahead.
What? Okay, you're that's not polymorph books, but
I love the fact he turns into a dragon. He's like getting ready to just flame everything, and then
and he says,
I got it.
what flower lives between your nose and your chin?
I can't believe that I know this of all people. Because I'm the worst at these. Is it tulips?
It is
Oh my
two
God.
lips between your nose and your chin. It's also the name of a flower. You can have as many mushrooms as you want.
Yes. That's called winning with experience of being beaten down by these riddles.
Tokul, you really rose to the occasion there.
It's about time.
I'm a dragon.
That one really was kind of it posed a real problem. That riddle did.
That's a rosy outlook you have there.
I already did a rose one.
I forgot.
He didn't
Let me try. We need to get back before the bad guys cactus. No,
It's not
the
a flower.
flowers grow on
Well,
I thought.
Cactus flowers.
What is a flower on
Cactus
the
flowers.
plant? Cactus flower, right?
There's a forget-me-not situation in there.
Did you
for
suddenly
sure, but-
drop into fucking Schwarzenegger? Because I love it. You're fucking dragon boys. Get back to the shopper.
I'm flying. How do I get down?
The tree points a
God,
branch
that's
at you and dispels magic. You fall.
Lands like a superhero.
But you're a robot, so you're. Yes.
He's a man of iron.
You take 1 million damage.
Ooh, good thing you got 1,000,001 HP though.
If you were wild shaped, you'd be fine. So yeah, take as many mushrooms as you want. They're a gift from me, the professor.
Professor?
I use my shovel to just scoop loads of them into a bag.
You also find 3 truly awful truffles.
Awesome.
And 5 gold pieces.
Excellent. No, I gave that to the owlbear for the milk. It was the equivalent exchange. If anyone wants to teleport us back, now's a good time.
I'm still trying to think of flower pipes.
Well, we don't have all Daisy.
Oh my god.
We'll be here all Daisy.
Is it funny because he
Dungeons
said
and
it?
Dragons and Diners and Dives.
Let's make like a tree and leaf.
Fuck.
I'm Googling flowers right
Drive-ins,
now.
Diners and Dives.
Yeah, we teleport back.
You've all truly blossomed, but let's put the pedal to the metal and get out of here.
These are all very clover jokes you have. All right,
You Googled and that's what you got? Cool.
yeah, well, because let me try to use the word amaryllis in there.
Take me home to Amaryllis. What is it, Amarillo?
Diners and Dives.
We already said it. Now we're back.
Chrysanthemum's the word, am I right? Anyway, you say the magic words and you teleport and you're back in the
I hate
menagerie.
your life too.
Stay, men. It's like that's enough.
That's one of their bits.
We're gonna try to stem the tide here. Although I was the root of the problem.
So you find yourself in a tavern.
That's good.
You find yourself in a tavern in the menagerie. It's pretty seedy.
Oh my god.
Whew. All right, so I'd like to thank the one person who's still listening for making it through
It's
that,
future
really
you.
chugging along. It's me.
Yeah.
Man, this is funny. We thought it was over. I came back to seedy. That's comedy. So you are back on the menagerie and you stand before Figieri, Master Chef of the 9 Realms.
Did you win while we weren't gone? I just heard a great title for you. Master Chef of the 9 Realms.
No, but the oven is now officially free.
Damn. Good work.
It's a
We have
shame
a lot
we're
of
using a
ingredients.
stovetop because this is an oven. You don't cook omelets in a stove.
You can do whatever you want. You're the Master of 9 Realms. There's a lot of ingredients.
Beans don't fry on the grill. However it goes. You know. All right. You gotta get it.
Nice.
So, Guy, would you think it's
fine. It's fine.
Fry.
It's Figieri.
Hey, Gary.
Oh fuck! It's Gary.
It's Megan.
Gary, are you ready for your challenge?
I was born ready, little man.
So let's see what you have to teach us about cooking.
Sure thing. The first thing that I learned about cooking is if you want to make an omelet, you gotta break 1 dragon egg, because that's all we have.
And are you gonna do it, or I want to know if we win the contest?
Sure. All you have to do is first everybody put their hands together.
Oh yeah, I know how this works.
All right.
Oh.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the true symbol of friendship on our hands.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And now we'll be able to
Interesting.
cook as one in the kitchen. Come on, gang.
Excellent.
Oh, and then do we have the montage single frame end credits of like all of us in the kitchen, and then somebody's dropping something, but everyone's laughing.
You see you see Falafel diving to catch the egg as Flash is standing on top of a stool, like dropping it from the frying pan.
Yep. Flash there, just with the 1,000-yard stare, everyone busy around him, and he's just motionless in the middle of the kitchen.
Just white-knuckled and blue-lipped.
Yeah, having a flashback.
And then you have a delicious omelet when you're done. There are some things to decide, actually, in the kitchen. The first question I have for you is, and it's also the only question, is how many mushrooms are you going to add?
All the mushrooms.
Because you got
well, we got a lot. We got a lot. I got a lot. So careful.
There's enough egg in a dragon egg to be like 10
So
omelets.
there's a bunch.
They need to be diced.
Let's be clear. It's one big omelet. I say we do 6 mushrooms because we had 3 truffles. So 2 mushrooms
you have
per
6
truffle.
truly awful truffles. Are you adding the truly awful truffles and the must-try mushrooms?
I think
Do
so.
one truly awful truffle.
Oh yeah, there you go.
4
Do
mushrooms.
Okay.
Okay, I like it. Those are better. But I like the truffle because if you've ever seen any cooking show, it's like something dumb and stupid. They're like, I put fucking toe jam in it. Like, oh, that's unique. Nobody fucking puts fucking weird shit in their cooking.
Don't forget the cockroach legs.
Yeah,
Delicious.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
got a different flavor to it. It's very umami.
It's got a good volume.
Yeah.
It's very, your flavors really work. Okay, so you have added 6 must-try mushrooms and 1 truly awful truffle.
Perfect.
Let me see the
Shane
table you're
actually-
working with.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on the one shot, but spent even more time on his calculations of how we would do the recipes.
I'm actually watching him write things down and do math, and I'm very curious.
Oh,
You guys-
he's a
you
master
guys-
of deception. He'll be like, I don't know what to do with my
He's drawing pictures of a butt right now.
Yeah.
You jest, but I
But-
really so
The butt looks
it's
great.
it's not so much. It's like a feng shui situation. I've ascribed an element to every ingredient on the list. So obviously, a red dragon age is a fire element and is a base of your dish. And we've got some earth element from these. It's a very complex system. I wasn't expecting you to add the truly awful truffle to your dish. I thought you might use that as a sabotage kind of situation, but hey, game respects game. So we have that, and then you have a beautiful looking omelet, and you deliver along with the other teams, kind of one at a time, are presenting them to our large fire mustached proprietor. And it's going through. And, oh, very good. Oh, so delicate. Oh, it's so fluffy. And it becomes your turn. Who is going to present your omelet?
Oh,
If it's a big
Oh,
omelet.
no. It's gotta be Flash. It's his redemption. It's it. This is it.
Oh, I don't
Sure.
know. Like the butler might
The butler.
have
Oh, yeah.
like presentation
Yeah.
skills. I would imagine.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the
Okay.
butt-
Very poised.
Oh,
At this
God.
point, I still have to kiss the cook.
Kiss the cook apron?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's perfect.
I mean, you had a spare tuxedo in your trunk that you brought with you if you wanted to.
That's actually my superhero name too. I was Mass Tuxedo's like sidekick.
Okay.
Spare tuxedo. Yeah.
Okay. So I, in one hand, underneath, holding the plate. I imagine it has like one of those domed.
Gosh.
A
the idea of the
cloche.
proprietor eating a red dragon egg.
Yeah.
Because he. So
Don't
anyways,
worry about it.
walk up,
Spoilers.
one hand behind my back, on the small of my back, my left hand, carrying this tray in my right hand. I do produce a fork that I place on the right side of him, a knife on the left side. No, flip that. Anyways, set the tray down and take the top off and say, please do enjoy our red dragon's egg with our owlbear cream milk and mushrooms with a hint of truffle to offset the tanginess and the earthy of the mushrooms.
Well, I look forward to it. Here we go. I mean, kind of digs in and takes a bite. This is true. Edible. Thank you very much. Does he leave?
Oh, I keep saying I wait for him to finish. You have to finish it first, and then you'll really
I
get
I
to
have
the
a
good
lot
stuff.
of omelets to get through, so I've been just taking one bite because, like, there's a lot of omelets.
Wasting food is a sin. Eat it all while I watch.
Highly unorthodox. Are you extorting
The
me in some
module of like green, his green
Flash-
module. Turn off
flashes.
the lights.
Flash is schlitzed right now. He's been hitting the sherry all through the cooking montage. Kind of like every time they were taking a picture of somebody else, he was drinking a little bit, and yeah. So now he's he don't know where he is.
Sure. All right, drunk child, humor me. If there's one thing I've learned in all my days as a proprietor, is always listen to a drunk child. So he eats the entire omelet and goes,
Eat it or die.
on second thought, that kid creeps me out. Slip me a 20 and you win.
Deal.
20 gold pieces, deal. All right, everyone, we have a winner.
I took this from one of your relatives.
The winner of the Golden Cloche and the new official, God help us, the new official chefs of the menagerie. I will be eating out from now on. Our team. What's your team? Just real quick.
Dungeons and Dragons and Dives and Dragons and Dragons.
Flash in the pan.
Flash in the
Flash
pan.
in the pan.
Yeah.
And he does the jump
Yeah,
where
he
Yeah.
actually uses monk powers to freeze frame. Everybody else is
Yes.
still walking around him. He's just like slow falling really hard.
Somebody
His
cast
gritted
levitate
teeth
on him so he doesn't move.
frothing at the mouth. And,
Oh.
and that is where we'll end this episode. Thank you so much, Pat, and everyone else for joining me. We have a few things to run through.
Oh,
this
hold
with.
on. You meet Pat once, and we get everyone else.
Yeah, you're
real
international.
quick. We got
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah. That's it. You don't have names anymore. The people on this show were Shane DM. Pat was
Shane
special
and crew.
guest. Not Pat was a barbarian.
Not
not Pat was a rogue. And not Pat was a bard. And that's what I remember.
I love
and
it.
the rest.
And I'll see Pat and Co.
And Co.
I'll see you at Christmas. So we have a few things to run down real quick. We will not be doing Dwayne's bit or Star's bit, but Devin, if you would take us away to the Roll for Humanity, please.
Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and do our Roll for Humanity, but I would love, instead of me talking about world builders, for Pat to give just a quick blurb here, and you probably heard it in some mid-rolls, and you're going to hear it in some mid-rolls coming up, and then we'll roll our D20 to see what we're going to get for him from this episode.
Hey there, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. World Builders is a charity, and I'll be straight with you. I started it on accident on my blog a while back, and since then it has grown to an organization that has rallies the geek community to make the world a better place. It's weird to say this out loud, but over the last 10 years, we've raised $14 million to make for various charities all around the world. We have an online store. And right now, if you go and you donate, for example, on the Lawful Stupid team page, you have the chance to unlock cool stretch goals and win over $100,000 worth of books and games and other cool prizes that we give away as donation incentives. 100% of the money that's donated there goes to the charity involved, in this case, Heifer International, a place that helps people all over the world have self-reliance in terms of their own food supply, which is a big deal everywhere. Yeah, that's the brief elevator pitch, assuming the elevator kind of moves slow.
Thank you so much. So,
Crank.
Dwayne will put that link in the episode for us, so everyone who just heard that can immediately stop, go donate, and come right back to this outro. But I'm going to go ahead and roll that D20 for us and lie about the result. Make it higher. Let's see. I don't have to. It was a 20, which means we have to roll again.
Woo-hoo.
Hell yeah.
I don't believe him.
And it's an
He's
18. That's $38.
Okay.
$38.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we always encourage you, do the same thing at your table. You're already saving the world. In your game, step out of the game, roll for humanity. And with that, I think that I do have to still leave you with a question to grow on, to ponder over the course of the week, reflect on, and that question is...
As he Googles it.
As I Google it, no. That question is, when the hearthfire turns blue, what to do, what to do.
Oh.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
You wave. Bye. You say bye. You
Oh,
wave.
you
Bye.
Bye.
And
No one can see you, but you wave just for enthusiasm.
Time out.